dear parents and children, and I hope you get comfortable already to listen to me attentively. I have short questions. Do you have friends? I hope yes. Tell me the truth. During the time of quarantine, how many times have you called them, or how many times have you visited them? How many times you've asked them and asked, how are you? How many times you've asked your parents, how can I help you? Have you always asked your brothers and sisters how are they doing, how you can help them? Today I would like to talk about indifference. Yes, about our human indifference towards the people around us. So what is indifference? You can tell your parents. What do you think about that? And the internet tells us an indifferent person is a person who is not interested or not caring about others. So let's remember situations from our lives when we showed indifference to the people around us. When we were not interested, or we did not ask how were they doing, and by doing that we showed indifference. I would like to tell you one story from the Bible that happened a very long time ago. This story about one Syrian military leader. His name was Naaman. So Naaman, he was very famous, but it happened that he fell ill with a sickness that's called leprosy. It was incurable. There were many people serving him in his house, helping around the house. And there was a girl among them. She was serving him. She was serving to his wife. She was Israelite. And one day she said something to her mistress. And let's read that. I will read from Kings 2:5-3. She said to her mistress, "If only my master would see the prophet who is in Samaria, he would cure him of his leprosy." This little girl, she wasn't in her house. Naaman and his wife were not her parents. She was she wasn't her land. She was a slave, but she still was not indifferent to the person who was sick, and she knew how to help him, and she did that. Yes, you might say that this story happened a long time ago. Many things have changed since then. But for that, I would like to tell you another story. This story happened in America 10 years ago. Also, one girl, she was 8, her name was Rachel, and one day in church, she was listening to a preacher who said that in Africa there are so many people, they don't have access to pure water. And by this time, by that they could not live. Soon her birthday was coming, and she asked everybody who was coming, "Do not give me presents, do not give me sweets, just give me $9," because she would turn 9 years. She wanted to raise $300 and to help 15 people to get access to the water in Africa, but because of her indifference, many people have joined, and about 60,000 people in Africa could have access to pure water and opportunity to live. So how today we can show we shouldn't be indifferent? How can we show care? How can we help with what we have? We are little children. What can we do? We can do little things. It's not necessary, it has to be something big or great, and you have to raise money for that. The words of thankfulness. Thank more often. I'm sure your parents would be very happy if you would say thank you more often to them. Be real friends to your friend. You can have many friends, but if we're not indifferent to people, we will become better friends for everybody. Show love to people around us. Yes, I will not tell you how to do that because you understand and know how to do that. In reality, in the Bible, there are so many numerous stories where it is told about indifference to people around towards other people. But I would like to tell you the best example, one of the best examples. But at first, let's read one verse from John 3:16. You know it perfectly. So God so loved the world that he gave his one son, that everyone would not perish but have eternal life. Yes, this is a story about Jesus. God was not indifferent to people. That's why he became a person, a human being. That's why he came to earth. He was not indifferent to sick people. That's why Jesus would heal them. He was not indifferent to people who are not loved. That's why he spent time with them. And he paid his attention to them. Jesus was not indifferent to other people, all people on earth. That's why he died for them, that they could live with him in heaven. Yes, Jesus was not indifferent to people. And he gave us this example. And he wants you and me be the same way. And now, let's go back to us. So, can you today tell me that I'm not indifferent? I'm not indifferent to my parents. That's why I'm obedient and I help even when I'm not asked. I am not indifferent to brothers and sisters. That's why I help. I always help and I'm willing to help. I care about them. Towards friends, that's why I try always to be a real friend to them. To people who are around me. That's why I'm not fighting, I'm not hurting, I do not call names. I am well brought up and always caring. Let's us always try to be caring, not indifferent toward people, just the way Jesus was.